Hello students, welcome all of you. I am Sundar Todi, Faculty of Mechanical Engineering Department. I start the topic Power Transmission of Subject Basic Mechanical Engineering, and we cover 3 lectures already, and this is the fourth lecture of the Power Transmission topic of Basic Mechanical Engineering subject. In the first 3 lectures we cover in the first lecture we cover these topics. In lecture first, introduction, method of power transmission, types of pulley, types of belt, and terms used in belt drive. In second lecture, we cover these two topics, types of belt drive and derivation of open and cross belt drive in lecture 2. In the third lecture, we done the numerical on this topic. Numerical on length of open and cross belt drive, and in third lecture we cover the derivation of the velocity ratio in two cases, when there is slip present and when is slip not present. It is covered in lecture 3. In today's lecture, we done the numerical on velocity ratio, and cover the tension ratio. Today lecture we done this topic in lecture 4. Okay. In the last lecture, we drive the velocity ratio formula, and this is the numerical on that formula based. First of all, we revise you velocity ratio formulas. The formula of velocity ratio Vr, which is denoted by Vr, is equal to N2 upon N1, which is equal to R1 upon R2. We can write this formula in this manner: N2 upon N1 equal to D1 upon D2. This is the formula when the thickness of the belt is not considered. If we consider the thickness of the belt, then the formula is N2 upon N1 equal to D1 plus T upon D2 plus T. It is formula when belt thickness considered. And this formula is when there is no slip. There is two cases. First is case first, no slip. This is the formula of no slip. In case second, when slip present, then the formula of velocity ratio equal to N2 upon N1 equal to R1 upon R2, 1 minus S upon 100, where S is equal to the total slip. S is total slip. This is the radius form formula. If we can write this formula in diameter form, then the value of formula is d1 upon d2, 1 minus s upon 100. If we consider the belt of the thickness, if in the question thickness of the belt is given, then the formula we use n2 upon n1 equal to d1 plus t upon d2 plus t, 1 minus s upon 100. When t is given, when t is given, this formula used when t is given in the questions. Otherwise, we use the simple formula without considering the value of t. And we also explain, if we put the value of s equal to 0, then we find out the this case first formula. Okay, so remember this formula. If there is no slip, then put the value of s equal to 0. If we put the value of s equal to 0, then we find out the this formula, and we put the s equal to 0 if there is no slip. If we put this value, then we also find out the this formula. So remember this formula, and if there is no slip, put the value of s equal to 0 and find out the first case, no slip case. And in these questions, in this question, given the in open belt drive, the sum of the diameter of two pulleys is 60 centimeter, and they are running at 1500 and 3000 rpm. Determine the diameter of the each pulley, assuming the total slip of the system is 5%, and the pulley running at 1500 rpm is driver pulley. Okay, so in the question, given is value of d1 plus d2, d1 plus d2 equal to 60 centimeter, and we can write this 0.6 meter. Okay, and given the rpm of two pulleys 1500 and 3000 rpm, and the 1500 rpm pulley is the driver pulley, and driver pulley rpm is denoted by n1. So n1 is equal to 1500 rpm. The other rpm is n2, which is 3000 rpm. And one more information is given, value of s equal to 5%. So this is the case of the second case when slip is present, and we find out the value of d1 and d2. In this question, find d1 and d2. So we use the formula of when the slip present. When the slip present, there is no given the thickness of the belt, so we do not consider the thickness of the belt. So the formula of the velocity ratio when slip is present, n2 upon n1, d1 upon d2, 1 minus s upon 100. We put the value which is given. Given value is n2, n1 and s. We put this value in equation, and find out the relation between D1 and D2. And one relation D1 in D2 is given here. And use these two relation of D1 D2, we find out the value of D1 and D2. So now put the value. N2 is 3000, N1 is 1500, D1 upon D2, 1 minus S equal to 5% means we put the value only numerical value, because in this formula we already convert the percentage into numerical value. So put the value in only numerical form. Now the relation between the N2 upon N1 is 2 equal to D1 upon D2 0.95. We solve this. 100 minus 5, 95 divided by 100. So value is 0.95. The value of D2, D1 is equal to D1 value is equal to 2 D2 upon 0.95. This is the one relation, and this is the another relation. We use these two relations and find out the value of D1 and D2. D1 plus D2 equal to 0.6 meter, and another value of D1 is 2 D2 upon 0.95. This is equation first, and this is equation second. Put value of D1 in this equation and find out the value of D2. D1 is put the value of D1 in equation first. 2 D2 upon 0.95 plus D2 equal to 0.6 meter. Now solve this equation. Two divided by 0.95 equal to 2.105 D2 plus D2 equal to 0.6 meter. So this value is 3.105 D2 equal to 0.6 meter, and value of D2 equal to 0.6 divided by 3.105, and value of D2 equal to 0.1932 meter. Now put the value of this D2 in this equation and find out the value of D1. Put the value of D2 in first equation, and the value of D1 is D1 plus 0.1932 equal to 0.6. and d1 equal to 0.6 minus 0.1932, and value of d1 is equal to 0.4068 meter. So this is the answer of the question first. Now, how we done this numerical? We revise this. This is the given question, and first we write the data of the question which is given in the question, and there is the slip. So we use the formula of the velocity ratio in which slip is present. There is value of n2, n1 and s is given for the value of n1, n2 and s, and we find out one relation between d1 and d2, and one relation or between the d1 and d2 is given in questions. So this two relation is used to find out the value of d1 and d2. This first relation between d1 d2, and this is the second relation between the d1 d2. Put d1 value in this first equation and find out the value of d2, and this d2 value is put in equation first and find out the value of d1. Okay, now the second numerical on this, on velocity ratio is this. In second question, in the question, an engine shaft running at 250 rpm is required to drive a machine shaft by means of belt. The pulley on the engine shaft is 2 meter diameter, and that of the machine shaft is 1 meter diameter. If the belt thickness is 4.5 meter, 4.5 millimeter, find the speed of the belt when there is no slip and when is a slip of 4%. Okay. In the question given, there are the two shafts on which the pulley is attached. This is a bigger pulley and this is a smaller pulley. Okay. Not given with it is a open drive and cross belt drive. So we use open belt drive because there are no difference between velocity ratio formula in open belt drive and cross belt drive. Given is machine shaft by the pulley on the engine shaft is 2 meter. This is engine shaft and this is the pulley which is attached on the engine. Engine shaft, this is circular portion is the shaft of the engine, and pulley on the engine shaft is have the diameter of 2 meter. So diameter of this pulley is 2 meter. Engine shaft have the diameter of 2 meter, and the other is machine shaft. This is the machine shaft, and have the diameter of 1 meter, and this pulley have 1 meter diameter. This is machine shaft. which have the diameter, and the thickness of the belt, if we the thickness of the belt is given 4.5 millimeter. It is given thickness of the belt. And we find out no slip speed of the belt. We find out the speed of the belt. VB is find out when there is no slip and there is slip of 4%. So first all of you find out the which is a driver pulley and which is a follower pulley from this question. From the given data, it is a engine shaft and this is machine shaft. And in question given, engine shaft running at 250 rpm is required to drive. किसको ड्राइव कर रही है? मशीन शाफ्ट. Required to drive a machine shaft by means of belt. So engine shaft is and pulley, it is the driver pulley because this pulley drive this pulley, machine pulley. So this is follower or driven pulley. Understood? Power is given this pulley, so this is driver pulley and this is the pulley which is rotate with the help of this pulley, so it is follower or driven pulley. Now the given data is in this question is driven is denoted by 1 and driver is denoted by 1 and follower and driven is denoted by N2. So D1 equal to 2 meter and N1 equal to 250 rpm because this is driver. So D1 and N1 value is find out and the value of D2 is equal to 1 meter and T is given in question 4.5 millimeter and we find out the speed N2 is find out we find out the speed of the belt which is equal to VB. We find out this value. In the first, when there is no slip, then the value of V1 equal to VB equal to V2. When there is no slip. When there is slip, then the value of V1 greater than VB greater than V2. So finally we find out the velocity of the belt is value of N2. Okay. So use the formula. First we use velocity ratio formula without slip and find out the value of N2 and after that we use the formula velocity ratio of slip and find out the value. A, no slip. The formula of velocity ratio equal to n2 upon n1 equal to d1 upon d2 plus t, because thickness of the belt is given. This is the formula, and value of n2 and n1. n1 value is given, d1 value is given, d2 value is given, t value is given. So find out the value of n2. n2, n1 is 250 and d1 is 2 meter plus t is given is 4.5 millimeter, and which is equal to 0.0045 meter. Okay, so the value of t is 0.0045. The value of d2 is 1 meter plus 0.0045. We solve this. n2 equal to 250 2.0045 1.0045. n2 equal to 250 1.9955. So value of n2 equal to 498.875 rpm. Okay. In the case B, there is slip of 4%, S equal to 4% total slip. Now the value, put the formula velocity ratio in the form of when slip is present. This is n2 upon n1 equal to d1 plus t upon d2 plus t 1 minus s upon 100. We know the value of n1, d1, d2, t and s value, and find out the value of n2. n2 upon n1 equal to d1 plus t, d2 plus t 1 minus s upon 100. n2 value find out. n1 is given 250 and d1 is 2 meter plus 0.0045, 1 plus 0.0045, 1 minus 4 upon 100. So the value of n2 upon 250 velocity equal to 2.0045, 1.0045, and this value is 0.96. 100 minus 496 divided by this value. The value of N2 equal to 250 into 2.0045 into 0.96 divided by 1.0045. N2 equal to 481.08 divided by 1.0045. And the value of N2 is the 478.9248 RPM. This is the RPM of the belt when there is total slip is 4%. And from this answer, we clear that when slip is present, then the value of N2 is less compared to the when there is no slip. This is the 478.92 value in the case of when slip is present 4%. If there is no slip, we find out the value of N2 is 498.87. And in case B, when slip is 4% present, value of N2 is 478.9248 RPM. This is the RPM when no slip present, and this is the RPM when slip is present 4%. This is the difference, and show the loss of the velocity in the slip 4%. Okay. Now we start the tension ratio in the belt. Okay. Tension ratio for flat belt. In this tension ratio, there are for flat belt and V belt, there are two different derivations for tension ratio. First, find out the what is tension ratio. Then we derive the formula. In the previous lectures, we find out and explain when two pulleys are connected by a belt in open belt or cross belt, we provide the initial tension. We provide the initial tension in the belt to transmit the power from one pulley to another pulley. And when you start the transmission of power, then the initial tension changes, and one side tension of the belt is increased and other side tension of the belt is decreased. And this change of the belt tension depend on the direction of the driver pulley. Suppose it is the driver pulley, bigger pulley is driver pulley, and it is rotate in the clockwise direction. Okay. Then this pulley is stop condition and this pulley start rotating. Then on the pulley, the friction force apply in that direction, because on the moving body, friction force apply in the opposite direction. Then the friction force on the pulley is in that direction, Fp, and but in the on the belt, the friction force apply on that direction, which is known as friction force on belt, and this friction force increase the tension in that portion, and initial tension increase, and value of this is known as T1, which is known as tight side tension. When this belt is moved this direction, the tension of the belt in that side decrease, and it is equal to T2, and which is known as the slack side tension. And value of T2 is less than T1. Tight side tension is greater than slack side tension. This is the change of the tension when the power is transferred from one pulley to another pulley. So here is clearly show there is difference. Then if we find out the value of T1 upon T2, which is the ratio of tension, is known as the tension ratio, and value of this always given, value of this tension ratio is always greater than 1, because T1 is always greater than T2. So value of the tension ratio always find out greater than 1 value. So this is the tension ratio. Now we find out the value formula for the tension ratio T1 upon T2 for flat belt. There are two formula, different formulae for flat belt and V belt. First, we derive the formula for flat belt, and after that we derive the formula for V belt. For the derivation of the formula of tension ratio, we take the small portion of the belt, very small portion of the belt, which make a angle on the center d theta, del theta angle, and draw the free body diagram of this belt portion and derive the formula. We clearly seen that here is tension T2. If we draw this diagram again, then the diagram is that way. Here is tension T2 when the rotation starts, and here is the tension is T1, and we take the very small portion of the belt which make an angle del theta by 2 on the center, and from this diagram we find out the tension ratio. We draw this pulley diagram. Here we only draw the this pulley diagram. This pulley diagram is draw here. This is driven pulley. It is driver pulley, driver pulley, and it is driven pulley. Okay. On the driven pulley, first belt is move. After that, driven pulley move. Okay. We draw the diagram this separate. We take the small portion m to n of the belt, and this side tension is T2, this is T2. This side tension of the driven pulley is T1, which is given here, and we take the small portion m to n. We consider the tension at the point m on the belt is T, and the tension on the point n of the belt is T plus delta T, because this side tension is greater than the upper side tension. So here we use the tension T, and here we use the tension T plus del T. Here we use the tension T. Here T plus delta T, because this is tight side and this is slack side. This is the angle del theta, and half of the delta del theta is del theta by 2. This is the angle, half angle of del theta. Total angle of contact is theta. Now on the portion of the Mn, we find out the force which is applied on the belt Mn. Here we only find out the force which is acting on the Mn portion. So there is the two tension. One tension is T and another tension is T plus delta T. When pulley apply the force, when belt apply the force on the pulley, and there is also another reaction on the pulley by the pulley on the belt, which is the normal reaction. And when the belt move in that direction, belt is moving in that direction, then the friction force on the belt is more act on that direction. So this is the friction force which act on the belt. Now from this formula we write the two equation. One is in x direction and one is y direction, and solve those two equations, x and y direction, find out the value of T1 upon T2. Okay. Now force on the belt. In x direction. One component of T is apply here in that direction, which is the component of the T is equal to T sin del theta component of is this T in that direction, and also the component of the T plus delta T in that direction is also T del theta. This is also angle of del theta by 2. This is the negative value because this is negative x direction and that is positive x direction, minus T plus delta T sin del theta by 2. There is one reaction in R reaction which is positive equal to R equal to 0. Now if del theta by 2 is small, then sin del theta by 2 approximate del theta by 2. The value of first equation, this is equation number 1, minus t del theta by 2 minus t plus del t del theta by 2 plus r equal to 0. We rearrange this equation, then t del theta by 2 minus t del theta by 2 minus del t del theta by 2 plus r equal to 0. This is the very small quantity, so we neglect this. We neglect this component. Now the remaining equation is minus t del theta by 2 minus t del theta by 2 plus r equal to 0. So r equal to 2t del theta by 2. 2 is cancelled out. The final value of r equal to t del theta. This is the equation number 2. Now force on the belt in y direction on the belt in y direction what is the force in y direction? One component of the t in that direction is t cos del theta by 2, and same here, component of t plus delta t in y direction is t plus delta t cos del theta by 2, and one is the this component in y direction friction force. So the equation in y direction is t cos del theta by 2 minus, because t plus delta t cos del theta by 2, because this force is vertical downward and this is vertical upward force, and friction force which is vertical upward, and the value of friction force on the belt is equal to Fb equal to mu r. Put this value and solve. If del theta by 2 is small, then cos del theta by 2 approximate equal to 1. The value of t minus t plus del t, value of it is equal to 1. plus every value is mu r equal to 0. We rearrange this equation. T minus del t plus mu r equal to 0. This is cancel out. So the value of mu r equal to delta t. This is the equation number 2. This is the equation number third. Sorry. This is the equation third equation. This is the equation 2. We put the value of r from equation 2 in equation third and find out the value of t1 and t2. Now in next r equal to t d theta from equation first, and second equation is mu r equal to delta t. Mu r equal to delta t. This is equation third and this is equation second. We rearrange this equation third and we write that delta t equal to mu r. Put the value of r from equation 2 in equation third. We get delta t equal to t delta t equal to mu and value of r is t d theta. We rearrange this equation delta t upon t equal to mu d theta. Now apply the limit both side and integrating delta t upon t. We apply the limit. Lower limit is tension is T2 and the maximum value of the tension is T1 in the belt. During the power transmission, mu is constant, so limit of delta theta is 0 to theta. This is the angle of contact. Now this is the antilog of T and limit is T1 upon T1 or T2, upper limit T1 and lower limit is T2. Mu d theta integration is theta and the upper limit is theta and lower limit is 0. This is the value of theta, limit of theta. Now antilog T1 minus antilog T2 equal to mu theta minus 0. Okay, so it is write down in this T1 upon T2 equal to mu theta, and we can write this T1 upon T2 equal to e to the power mu theta. This is the final derivation of the tension ratio for flat belt. This is formula for flat belt. Okay. In next class, we done the and drive the formula of V belt for the tension ratio and done the numerical on the tension ratio numerical. Okay. Thank you so much. And for any doubt and query related to this topic, you contact me this email ID and that mobile number. Okay, thank you so much.